of 14 games she's pitched this season. Certainly a Northwest team that doesn't give up a ton of runs. They also plate quite a few, so it's a lethal combination for a team that is top ranked in Class 5A. Trying to find my stats this season. Northwest averaging 8 runs a game and giving up just over 2.5, so anywhere between 2 and 3 on an average night. 204 hits this season, 22 home runs. A quick glance across the batting lineup. Let's see who's really leading that stat category for the Wolves, as well as we'll take a look at Dowling Catholic too here in just one moment, but really leading that home run category. Ellie Olson for Dowling Catholic has 4 home runs this season. That's a team best. Meanwhile, 10 for Schlater for Northwest. All right, we'll get things rolling here. That first pitch is a ball to Abby Johnson. Schlater delivers. Rise ball finds the zone. 1-1 count here to the leadoff hitter and Abby Johnson. She's also the first baseman for this Dowling Catholic squad. That one catches her forearm, and that'll put her aboard. So Abby Johnson with the leadoff hit by pitch. She's on at first. Now stepping into the batter's box, Gianna Fucaloro. This season, Fucaloro batting .250 on the year. It's a ball out of the zone. Fucaloro in center today, batting in the 2 spot with 1 aboard. Looking to lay down a little slap. Does pull back, but it's called a strike. Be a 1-1 count. Schlater delivers. That's slapped foul for strike number 2 to Fucaloro. Seeing good pace out of Schlater early here, obviously. Good repertoire of pitches, and see what she taps into here tonight. The 1-2 on the way. That catches a corner. Strike 3 for the backwards K. First strikeout of the night for Schlater. Has 1 away. Abby Johnson still hanging out over there at first base after her hit by pitch. In steps Kylie Mataski. Mataski fouls off the first pitch she sees. 4 strike 1. Mataski this season batting .367. 5 hits on 30 at-bats. That's strike 2. 0-2 count. Schlater working ahead quickly. Schlater delivers, finds another corner, and her second strikeout of the night as Schlater finds her groove for out number 2.
Brings up number 10, Ellie Olson.
3 straight pitches to Mataski, 3 straight strikes. Now in steps the cleanup, Ellie Olson, left fielder. Olson this season batting .286. Olson takes a nice cut at pitch number 1. That's a strike, just missing underneath it. Schlater's rise ball doing a nice job to start in the zone, then work up there. Schlater delivers, a little off speed there, finds strike number 2. A little bit up in the zone, but umpire giving her that strike. She once again, at least 5 straight strikes now out of the right hand of Schlater. The 0-2 on the way. Up and away. Olson does a nice job holding off on that one. 1-2 count, 2 outs. 1 aboard after Abby Johnson again hit by pitch in that leadoff spot. Makes the trip over to first, but has not had a chance to make a move from there. Schlater with the heat gets Olson to go down swinging. Strikeout number 3 of the first inning as Schlater gives up 1 hit by pitch. The rest sit down quickly, and it's still scoreless through a half inning of play here on CISN.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Gabby Holwager now takes the circle for the Dowling Catholic Maroons, trying to replicate what she just saw from her counterpart. Back-to-back strikeout looking for Dowling Catholic before Ellie Olson took a big fan for strike number 3. Sure enough, Sophia Schlater will lead things off here in the bottom of the first, for the Wolves squad. Schlater 10 home runs this season. Team total of 22. Of course, Laurel Richards has 4 this season. Shea Davis with 3.
All right, Wolves fans, put your hands together for
Anya
Sophia
Van
Schlater.
Also has 4 this season. Now Sophia Schlater steps in. And Holwager will get to work. Pitch number 1 from her on the way. Fouled away, out of play by Schlater. No hesitation from the Wolves pitcher to start swinging right here. Again, Wolves put up a 7 spot on Indianola earlier this week as that pitch finds the inside corner for strike number 2 on Schlater. Good mix-up of pitches by Holwager. The 0-2 popped up. Shortstop will take care of that. Can of corn, and out number 1 as Schlater will take a seat after that pop out. Kylie Mataski. Next up, Laurel Richards, first baseman. Holwager trying to work on the outside. Richards keeps an eye on it, watches it go by for ball number 1. That ball ties up Richards. Tried to check, but still in the zone. 1-1 count to the number 2 batter in the lineup here for the Wolves. That one off the hands. Mataski's going to get under it. Camps out. Fields it cleanly for out number 2. Back-to-back flyouts has Holwager working quickly as well.
Number 2, Maggie Allen.
Maggie Allen, the left fielder. Shortstop for this Northwest team now. The righty steps in. Maggie Allen this season batting .328. She takes pitch number 1 for the ball. Holwager comes right back into the zone for strike 1 as Allen watches that go past. Good job mixing up locations there by Holwager. Starts it outside for the first ball, then comes right back in. Then pitch number 3 comes up, and Just past the press box. Fortunately, we're nice and safe in here. Fouled off and strike 2 to Maggie Allen. Holwager trying to retire the side quickly and go 1-2-3 and get her offense going right back at it. Allen, little flare, will drift foul. She battles. Beautiful facility here at Northwest. Obviously the whole complex. Holwager delivers and another Allen foul off. She continues the battle. This complex has, of course, the stadium seating for the varsity complex over here, and that ball outside for ball 2. So 2 fields intended for fans. The other 2 I'd consider more of like a warm-up field or practice field. Certainly can pull up a lawn chair around those if needed, but Holwager 2-2. That's lined high and hard out into center, and Allen's rip gets her out.
Allen with the base hit brings up number 17, Meredith Thompson.
That line drive just over the head of Holwager puts Allen aboard with 2 outs. Now it's Meredith Thompson, the cleanup hitter, left fielder. Thompson, .448 average this season. Throw down, not in time. Staying on that bag there is Allen as she steals second. Let it well out of the hand as that was ball 1 to Thompson. Allen getting a good jump there. Slides in safely around the tag, and now runner in scoring position for the Wolves, who show some aggression on the base paths. Holwager delivers. Taken up and in the zone. Thompson 0-2 count to her, or 2-0 count to her. Nubbed off the hands. Mataski across in time for out number 3. No harm done after the line drive by Maggie Allen. Holwager induces the ground ball to short. Out number 3. We'll head to a quick break, and when we come back, top of the second, tied up 0s.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa High School sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
We're back here at Northwest High School. Scoreless first inning after both pitchers settle in nicely, getting it done in different ways. Mataski in on all 3 outs for Dowling in that last bottom half. On the other side, Schlater, 3 strikeouts and 4 batters seen. Now it's Kaylee Winter, second baseman for Dowling. Winter takes strike 1. Winter this season, .355 batting average, 2 RBIs. She's got 11 hits on the year, 7 of those singles. She takes the rise ball up and away. Ball 1, 1-1 count now. That's hit high and hard down the line, drifting just foul. That was a long way, and Kaylee Winter nearly broke this one open. Instead, it's just a long foul ball for strike 2. Schlater, glad to see that one as Winter was way out in front of it, but that thing was hammered out to the weeds just in front of the road on the left. And then strike 3. Schlater says not going to make that mistake twice. Gets the strikeout, her 4th now.
That brings up number 20, Molly Young.
Molly Young, right fielder. She'll try and get on board. Well, only batting 172 this year, but 250 OBP. 5 hits. All 5 of them singles. As she'll take that for strike 1. Young, the lefty. Bit of a slap hitter. See her take that step through. Tries to slap it down the third baseline. That's foul. Just needs to get that bat a little bit more squared up, and she'll be set. The 0-2. Outside, tries to paint the corner. Young says, not today. 1-2 now. Schlater's been doing a nice job mixing it up. Not just pitch type, but location as well. And that 2-1 count, or 1-2 count, delivers a strike 3, catching the outside corner. 5 strikeouts now
Brings up number 14,
for Schlater.
Abby DeWitty.
Abby DeWitty will step in and try and break this string of strikeouts. DeWitty batting 133. As we get strike number 1 to DeWitty. One thing about Schlater, she works fast. Does not need much time to reset in the circle. Delivers the 0-1. The jam shot, strike 2. That was some heat on the hands of DeWitty. She didn't have time to react or even get the hips around on it. And the 0-2 now to the 7-hole hitter. She swings and misses, strike 3. 3 up, 3 down in the top of 2. Keeps us scoreless as Schlater now has 6 Ks. She is rolling. Can the offense get going to support her? The Wolves up to bat next here on CISN.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Sophia Schlater, 6 strikeouts tonight in the circle. She's been rolling now. Shouldn't say that, shouldn't take anything away though from Gabby Holwager, who saw 4 batters, sat down 3 of them. Leela Appledorn, the next one up to start the bottom of the 2nd. Appledorn, the designated player in this one, takes strike 1. Leela batting this season, .347. Solid numbers for the designated player as she takes ball 1 on the outside. Just a hair outside, I should mention there. That ball fouled off. Appledorn on it, just a little bit under it as strike 2 there off the foul ball. 1-2 count to the 5-hole hitter. Holwager trying to start off with another quick out. That ball stays up in the zone on the changeup, and that's 2-2 count now to Apeldoorn. Batting for Edie Collins today. Apeldoorn takes that. That changeup must have been a little bit outside or a little bit low, one of the two. We've got a full count. Payoff from Holwager. That's nubbed right back at her, and she'll throw it to first. Quick out. Takes care of her own business in the 1-3.
That brings up your third
Ground
baseman,
ball
number
out
5,
for out number
Hazel
1 in inning number 2. Hazel Leinen now going to step in, number 5 in your programs. Playing position 5 today. They're at second base. I think I misspoke earlier. Maggie Allen playing third base today. No, Maggie Allen's at shortstop. I apologize. Hazel Leinen, third base. And then Elena Schulte is at second today. Leinen fouls it off. 1-1 count to her. Getting back in the groove of softball positioning in my scorebook. So that's on me. 1-1 count, 1 out. Scoreless game so far. Very early goings in the bottom of the second. Here from Northwest High School. The 1-1 on the way. Fouled back. Leinen in a 1-2 hole now. Holwager's been sharp. And she'll have to be close to perfect tonight if she wants to keep her team in this against a very good and hard-hitting Northwest Wolves team. 1-2. Across the heart of the plate. That'll sit Leinen down with the backwards K. Abby Holwager
Elena Schulte.
just coming right back at this Wolves team. Elena Schulte. Second base. Out in the field. She's batting in the 7 hole here. She'll lay off as you see the drag style, or the slap, I should say. See her work her way up the box as that pitch comes in quickly. Schulte working with a 1-0. She'll take that ball in the dirt as well. 2-0 count. This is a spot if you're Holwager, you don't want to get too far behind because bottom of the order here, you should want to work through it pretty quickly. The 2-0. Inside nearly catches Schulte as you hear a little bit of oohs and ahs. 3-0, I can practically guarantee Schulte's going to just sit there in the box with this one. No, instead she cuts. Ground ball nearly gets some English. Instead it's fielded nicely over there at second base by Kaylee Winter for out number 3. And that'll take us into the top of the third here in just a moment on CISN. When we come back, Dowling Catholic takes the plate.
It's hard to stop a train.
A lot of good action in the sports world this week. Of course, some great softball on display here as we're scoreless through 2 innings of action at Northwest High. The Wolves out in the field here in the top of 3. It's Gabby Holwager, the pitcher, going to try and help herself out a bit and start with some base work action as Schlater goes to work, and now with a little bit too much heat, will rise and go to the backstop for ball number 1. Of course, NBA Finals tonight. As Holwager gets a hold of that one, it's drifting out into right. Handled nicely as coming in on it in right field was Edie Collins. Collins got under it quickly, and that's out number 1 here in the top of the third. Next up, Alex Curtin.
One down brings up number 24, Alex Curtin.
Curtin, the catcher. Batting 9th. She'll lay off that one as that was up and in. Up around the mask. Schlater does not waste time in the circle and certainly wants to work quickly. Strike 1 as Curtin swings and misses. Schlater's been sharp, retiring 7 straight batters, trying to make it 8. That's grounded to short, big hop. Throw across though in time, handled beautifully there at shortstop by Maggie Allen.
Number 2.
Maggie Allen,
Number 3, Abby Johnson.
a little bit of a twisted hop there. Sits back on it, fields it nicely, makes the throw across for out number 2, and that'll take us back to the top of the order where Abby Johnson is now stepped into the batter's box. Johnson turns on it quickly, but that's lifted high and not too deep out into left, and settling underneath it nicely is Meredith Thompson. Thompson will reel it in for out number 3, and we roll on here from Northwest High School as the Wolves and Maroons knotted at zeros, heading to bottom of 3 here on CISN after the quick break.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
No hits, no errors yet, zeros. Sorry about that. Getting some quick stats through there. Sorry, 1 hit for the Wolves, I should mention. Maggie Allen's line drive up the middle. On the other side, though, nothing to really speak of. Other than the hit by pitch to lead things off for Dowling.
Fans, make some
Now
noise
it's
for number
Shea
16,
Davis.
Shea Davis.
Shea Davis, obviously a lot of excitement there. Davis will take strike 1 as Abby Holwager just keeps it, or Gabby Holwager keeps it dialed in. That one's turned on and hit high. Out into left, though. Not too deep as Ellie Olson will reel it in. Out number 1.
Kenley Sanger.
Kenley Sanger batting in the 9 hole. Before we turn to the top with Sophia Schlater on deck. Laurel Richards would love to get back up in this inning as Kenley Sanger, the catcher for this Northwest team. Batting .333, ground ball to third, then bobbled at first, but then nice throw across and in time by Abigail DeWitty. Ball got on her in a hurry and stayed in front of it, batted it down, then made the throw across. Plenty of time over there. Sophia Schlater back up to bat here in the top of, or bottom of 3. 2 outs. Lays off the changeup out wide. Ball 1. Again, just one hit in this game so far. Both pitchers really finding their rhythm as Schlater lifts it high. Mataski underneath it. The towering fly ball will be a can of corn as it's fielded by Kataski and sends us to the top of the fourth, scoreless here on CISN.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa High School sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
We keep this thing in cruise control here to the top of the fourth. We're just 30 minutes into the night. We're 3 innings through already. As I say that, I'm probably just giving it a broadcaster's jinx, knowing how those things tend to go. So, it'll open up at some point. The matter is when. As Dowling Catholic will lead off with Gianna Fucaloro. Struck out looking back in the top of the first. See if she can try and get something started for the Maroons here tonight. Again, Maroons in the black uniforms. White pants, white numbers, white trim. Fucaloro trying to slap it. That'll foul back for strike one. Schlater is now retired. 9 straight. Delivers. That's fouled back once again. Strike 2. We'll look to make it 2 for 2 in strikeouts as she's faced off with the senior from Dowling, Fucaloro. Lays off of it. That's strike 3. Backwards K number 2 for Fucaloro. 7 strikeouts now tonight for Schlater. Schlater wheeling and dealing from the circle. Comfortable in her own confines. Here in the top of the fourth, Kylie Mataski now. She struck out looking back in the first as well as she lays off the first pitch for ball 1. Schlater 1-0, gets her to swing and miss. Mataski well out in front of the changeup there. Again, Schlater changes speed so nicely against these batters, and Mataski just out in front of it, then comes right back with some heat from Schlater and then fouls it off. So 1-2 count. Again, Mataski this season, .367 batting average, has been hitting well. She goes around, called, tried to check it. Umpire says she goes. That's out number 2. Strikeout number 8 for Schlater.
2 down, brings up number 10.
I can find my stats for her this season because she's obviously been incredibly dynamic. Only had 13 walks, given up 20 earned runs in total in 14 games pitched. 123 strikeouts as she delivers another strike there to Ellie Olson. .123 strikeouts in 14 games this season, nearly 10 strikeouts per game. As Olson with the great eye there lays off. The 1-1, 2 outs. Schlater winds, delivers. Gets her to swing and miss. Strike 2. In on the hands on Olson. Couldn't quite get the barrel around on it. And the 1-2 coming your way here in just a moment. Slater retires the side. Three straight strikeouts.
Let's stand up, air out, make some noise. Get these bats going.
As that ends the top of the fourth. With an Ellie Olsen strikeout, Slater just keeps rolling on. In the bottom half, it'll be Laurel Richards to lead things off when we come back for the Wolves.
It's hard to stop a train.
Slater's been rolling in the circle for Northwest. Gabby Holwager has been rolling as well. She'll face Laurel Richards here in the bottom of the fourth as we're midway through this game already at Northwest High School. The Wolves and Maroons knotted up at Goose Eggs on that Northwest scoreboard out there and left. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on CISN. Of course, Central Iowa Sports Network happy to bring you live coverage in action across Central Iowa, both high school baseball and softball here in the summer months. Of course, we'll be right back at it with football. There is no sleep for the CISN crews as Holwager brings in the rise ball. Laying off of it is Richards. Ball one up and away. Richards flew out to Mataski back in the top or bottom of the first. She lays off that for ball two. Just outside. As Holwager tried to paint the corner. Holwager's been sharp tonight. She's let her defense help her out, but certainly putting the pitches in the right spot as that one comes in a little bit. As we get ball three, Richards leading off this fourth inning. 3-0 count. Trying to get on board and get a rally started for this Northwest squad. Holwager steps, delivers. That's going to be outside the zone as well. Ball four. And that's going to be a base on balls. And the walk aboard for Laurel Richards.
That brings up number two,
brings Maggie up Maggie Allen. Shortstop for Northwest. Good job by Alex Curtin, the catcher for Dowling Catholic, to step out and have a chat with her starting pitcher in Holwager.
In to run for the Wolves is number 13, Neva Polk.
Gabby Holwager, the senior. No outs, one aboard for Northwest here. It's Maggie Allen trying to build. Fouls that first pitch she sees off. Of course, had that hard hit line drive out into dead center for the single. Stole second. Was in scoring position, just couldn't do much with it as there were already two outs. Ball two as that ball stays up in the zone, and quick look down to Richards, who had a big jump after that pitch was sent in. Two-one. That stays up. Throw down, not in time, as diving back was Richards. Got a 2-1 count here. Holwager delivers 2-1. That's hit high into center. Lifted a little bit too much loft under it, and camping out underneath that will be Gianna Fucaloro.
One down, brings up Meredith Thompson.
That'll keep Richards at first. Meredith Thompson, the cleanup hitter, now stepping in. Thompson this season. No home runs, but a few doubles in there. Batting .448. Takes that ball up in the zone. Bottom of the fourth, no runs across the plate yet. Hollwager delivers, that'll catch the corner. Strike one to Thompson, 1-1 count, 1 out. The senior Hollwager has been sharp, and certainly that's something, if you're Dowling, you love to see. Here in, I'm going to say late June, runner goes, throw down not in time, as sliding around the tag was Richards. She's ahead to second on the stolen base and in scoring position as Thompson swung at that. The hit and run leaves us 1-2. Thompson now working behind the count. Hollwager delivers. That's up in the zone. 2-2 count. Again, one in scoring position. A hit here by Thompson at least advances. If it's up in the air, anything on the ground to the left side, Richards will have to hold. That's flared out into left. Richards has to hold still. Nicely done out in left. Handling that with some ease is Ellie Olsen.
Number 14, Leela Appledorn.
Olsen read that perfectly off the bat as Richards stays at second. Leela Appledorn now going to do her part, try and drive her in. Going at third, throw down is in time. Tag is there. Great throw, great catch, great tag. And Dowling Catholic has everything working right as Alex Curtin makes that throw down. Perfect tag by DeWitty and gets them out of a jam for out number 3, and that'll send us to the top of 5, still scoreless here from Northwest.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
We flip to the top of 5. Schlater delivers. That's going to be up in the zone for ball 1 to Kaylee Winter. Winter struck out back in the second. That'll be up and away in the zone as well by Schlater. Keep in mind, Schlater is retired now. 12 straight batters. She has 9 strikeouts. That's strike 1. No one's gotten a hit off of her. The only base runner she's had was Abby Johnson, who was the first batter of this game. She was hit by a pitch. Schlater delivers again. That ball's hit hard out into the gap in right center. That'll fall in for the first hit of the night. The broadcaster's jinx never fails as Kaylee Winters delivers from the 5-hole. And a leadoff hit in this. That's going to be a double. And puts
number 20, Molly Young.
The Maroons in striking distance. Molly Young will be the first to attempt to drive her in. As Schlater gives up her first hit. Young thought about bunting. Trying to see how the field shifts a bit for Dowling. Young took that for a ball. Shows again, pulls back. Ball 2. Again, a bit of just trying to play around a bit. Looks to bunt, lays it down perfectly. It drops right in front of home plate. The throw down in time. As Young does her job on the bunt.
Number 1.
That'll advance Winter. Winter now just one base from crossing home. DeWitty steps in. Struck out back in the
14,
second.
Abby DeWitty.
Third base. DeWitty taking signs, and don't be shocked by any. Don't be shocked by a little bit of small ball here if you're Dowling Catholic. DeWitty, though, takes a big cut at the first pitch she sees. The rise ball gets her for strike 1. Here in the top of the 5th, scoreless. Slater delivers. DeWitty shows bunt. Doesn't get it down. The 0-2, 1 out. Runner at third for Abby DeWitty. She'll swing and miss. Strike 3 as Schlater needs one more out to get out of the jam. Leadoff double by Kaylee Winter had Dowling threatening.
2 down, brings up number
Young
23,
with the bunt
Gabby
to move
Hollander.
Winter over on the fielder's choice. It was a beautiful bunt, I should add. Now here's Gabby Hollwager. She'll lay off that ball high in the zone. Hollwager a chance to help herself. Of course, she's been pitching wonderfully in the circle for Dowling tonight. Hollwager will take that low and in. Ball 2. 2-0 count to the 8-hole hitter. Alex Curtin on deck. Hollwager tried to hold it off, but does not. That's strike 1 to her. 2-1 count. Just that rise ball by Schlater starts right there at the top of the zone, and you want to sit on it, and it just gets up on you. Schlater, that ball line to second. Schlater works out of the jam.
Schulte with the out number 3.
And she will take it for out number 3 as that is handled by Elena Schulte at second. And 1 run left on base. But we remain scoreless through 4.5. We'll head to the bottom of 5 where Northwest will have a crack at it one more time.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Outdoor furniture season is here, and we've got you covered with the best selection in Central Iowa. We're featuring Poly Furniture by Berlin Gardens. Once you've seen the fit, finish, quality, and materials of Berlin Gardens Poly Furniture, it makes everything else look like it was built in somebody's backyard. We also have Iowa's best selection of aluminum, wicker, wrought iron, cushion, and sling. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Welcome back to Northwest. We are here in Milwaukee. The Wolves and Maroons in a battle. That remains scoreless through 4.5 innings of play. Best chance yet for anyone to break that
All right, Wolves
goose
fans.
egg.
Clap your
Dowling
hands, stomp your
Catholic
feet, do anything
that
you
top
can
of
to get
5.
Lila Appledorn. Get things started.
Lila Appledorn due up here in the home half of 5. Hollwager stays in there. That'll stay up in the zone for ball 1. The 1-0 turns to 2-0 as Appledorn takes that from Hollwager on the off speed. Quick mound visit here from Curtin. Just going to talk things through with her senior. That little looper, diving stab, dropped. Nearly a beautiful play. There at shortstop by Mataski.
Brings up number 5, Hazel Lanning.
Just could not keep it in the mitt. And Appledorn's aboard with the leadoff bloop. Tough play by Mataski.
In to run for the Wolves is number 23, Claire Martins.
The bunt stays fair in the box. Throwdown's good. Now caught in no man's land. We're going to get a run down in between second and third. Appledorn stuck there. Gets tagged out. The throw is there in time. They're going to say Appledorn is out. Some confusion out there. She got stuck in the rundown on the bunt by Linen. Linen laid it down beautifully, did her job. Appledorn just got caught out there in no man's land.
2 down, brings up number 6,
So
Elena
an
Schulte.
unconventional double play. Here's Elena Schulte now to try and get a 2-out rally started in the home half of 5. The 1-0. That's going to be a strike on the outside corner. Great off-speed pitch by Schulte. Or I'm sorry, on Schulte by Holwager. Holwager delivers. That's going to stay up in the zone for 2-1 count. 2 down. Home half of 5. That's connected on, grounded to second. Quick throw over, and an unconventional 1-2-3 inning for Dowling sends us to the top of 6. Still no scores across home plate. That's where we find ourselves. We'll see if the goose eggs can be broken one more time at the top of the 6th on CISN.
It's hard to stop a train.
Quick update from behind us. The Northwest Wolves leading Dowling Catholic 2-0 in baseball action. Still scoreless here at the Northwest Wolves facility
For Dowling is number 24, Alex
on the softball diamond. It's been a fun one so far. Got a little bit more chaotic and hectic here in the last inning. The 5th was a doozy, but we're here in the 6th now. And that's off the butt end of the bat, and I think Curtin, they're going to say that hit her arm. That sure sounded like it was the knob of the bat, not her arm. Certainly bounced off Certainly took a bigger bounce than I'd expect from a forearm hit, but we'll trust the umpires to make the right calls in these situations and leave it to them. They're going to bring her back and call it a foul ball. Likely the right call. Might have glanced the wrist before catching the knob, but I don't know that she reacted hard enough to really sell it being a hit by pitch, no less. We bring her back for an 0-1. She'll reset back into that box as Schlater goes back to work. Brings some heat. Curtin well behind it. Strike 2. Schlater's fastball. Good luck catching up to that one. Just pure flamethrower. Now let's see what she brings in. She goes back to it. That's hit high and hard out to right. That'll be off the fence. Curtin tags it. She's going to try and stretch it to 2. She'll slide in safely, and a leadoff double has Dowling Catholic in striking distance once again. The 0-2 pitch just left in the zone a bit much. Curtin will send it out to the fence and right. And the leadoff double with no outs has the Maroons threatening one more time. That was hit hard. It's the second hit of the day for this Dowling team against Miss Sophia Schlater. We've had 3 total on base. Now we get to the top of the lineup. Abby Johnson was hit by a pitch in the first, flew out to center. Flew out to left in the third. She takes strike 1 there. Here in the top of the 6th. That's hit hard down the line, roped foul. Strike 2. The 0-2 on the way. One aboard. Schlater delivers. That's grounded to second. That'll move the runner over. Abby Johnson doing a nice job of at least putting it on the right side. The 4-3 put out moves the runner over.
That brings up number 17, Gianna Fucaloro.
Gianna Fucaloro batting in the 2-hole tonight. Struck out twice looking to slap lefty. We'll try and slap one through. Swing and a miss. Again, Schlater confident. The 0-1. Tries to lay down the bunt. Runner does not go. So now an 0-2 hole for Fucaloro. Kylie Mataski waiting on deck. The 0-2 tries to paint the corner. Fucaloro lays off 1-2. That's where Schlater's been able to get Fucaloro looking. So now a 1-2. She'll swing tip, fouled off, and right to the glove. Squeezed nicely by Kenley Sanger.
2 down brings up number 30.
So 2 down. Kylie Mataski has 2 outs. Runner at third. Dowling Catholic in the top of the 5th stranded Kaylee Winter at third as well after she led off with the double. That's strike 1 to Mataski. Trying to paint the corner just a hair outside for Schlater. Brings it to a 1-1 count. These teams have combined for just 3 hits tonight Still not a run across the plate. That's flared foul one more time, and now it's a 1-2 count to Mataski. Schlater again trying to work out of a jam. Here in the top of the 6th. Schlater delivers, tries to paint the corner, keeps it a little outside. Nice job of Mataski to lay off of it. So now it'll be a 2-2. Schlater sets, looks in. She fires. Leaves it up in the zone. Good eye by Mataski to sit on it. Full count. Runner will not be moving as base is certainly not loaded here. Just one runner on third. Full count, payoff pitch coming from Schlater. Delivers. Mataski lifts it into right. Underneath it and bringing it in. That's Edie Collins with the catch. And that will, again, avoid any harm from the Maroons for the Wolves. They'll turn to the bottom half of 6 and see if they can create some more life with the bats after some big defense carries them to a scoreless bottom half.
Fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
We're back here at Northwest High School, home of the Waukee Northwest Wolves, and it is scoreless after another jam worked out of by Schlater. Gets some help out in the field. This latest catch into the glove of Edie Collins keeps it scoreless still. So now we are in the bottom of 6, hour and 5 minutes into this one. And we have cruised right along. Certainly appreciate the pace on this one. Both pitchers working this well. And we're just working once again all the way through this. Scoreless, 3 combined hits, 1 error to speak of, and that was, in my opinion, a really tough catch or tough play by Mataski. She laid out to make the diving grab, just trickled out of her glove. And that's where we find ourselves. So we're going to get some movement here. I think we're going to get some substitutions, some change in location for players for Dowling Catholic out in the field. I'll try and communicate the best I can to it. See if we get those changes communicated our way. And a quick score update out from the baseball field. 2-1, bottom of the 4th. Waukee Northwest leading the Dowling Catholic Maroons. See what changes we get. See if they communicate it up. They're going to bring them in. I'm not seeing anything on the infield that really changes. 24, Curtin still in a catcher. 14, Abigail DeWitty at third. So Kaylee Winter still over there at shortstop, or at second, I'm sorry. Oh, I take that back. Winter's now at shortstop. I didn't see who made the move at second. Missed that number there.
All right, Wolves fans, now we're ready to get things started. With your center fielder, number 16, Shay Davis.
Shay Davis up the bat, as you heard there. Keep an eye on who's pitching. Holwager keeps working in there as she delivers strike one. Pitch number 2 is in the dirt. 1-1 count. 25 is now moved out to right field, so that's Lexi Dolan in right field for Dowling Catholic. Ball 2. 2-1 count to Shay Davis. And keep an eye at, I think Mataski subbed out, I believe, at shortstop. And then they've done some infield switch-ups. So we get ball 3 there. 3-1 count. That's nubbed down the third baseline and just into foul territory. So it's strike 2, full count. So 20 moves in to second. So Molly Young moves from right field to second base. And Lexi Dolan steps out into right. That's lifted high, arching foul. Camping under it there at third is nicely handled, and for out number 1 by Abby DeWitty.
Now up for the Wolves is number 10, Kenley Singer.
Kenley Singer up to bat. She'll round out the lineup here before we turn back to the top in the bottom of the 6th. That'll stay outside for Sanger. So really quick, let me just run through these changes. Kylie Mataski subs out. Lexi Dolan will move out into right. I believe should bat in her spot. And then Molly Young moves from right to second as that thing is roped straight out into center by Kenley Sanger. That line drive came off the barrel hot. Just getting out of the way was Gabby Hallwager, and that's a line drive out into center.
Slater.
That'll take Northwest to the top of their lineup. Sophia Schlater, 10 home runs this season. Now would be a great time for it, as we're going to get a quick sub in. Pinch runner, double zeros. Sophie Homan will pinch run, or courtesy run.
Wolves is double zero. Sophie Homan.
While Sophia Schlater steps in. Absolute pitcher's duel tonight. Schlater lays off the rise ball up in the zone. To the 1-1, or I'm sorry, 0-2. As that ball hits the dirt. 1 aboard, 1 out, 0-2 or 2-0 count. Got to get my counts organized a little bit better on my part. Holwager's going to step off and take a moment. As I mentioned, the baseball game behind us, also on CISN tonight, 2-1, Northwest leading. Dowling is Schlater. Hard hit ground ball. That'll drift into left. Trying to stretch it for 2 is Homan. She'll slide into third safe. She's going to make a run for home. Gets stuck and will make her way back to third. As Schlater's rope drifts out into left. She'll get in with a double.
Brings up number 7, Laura Richards.
Homan holds up at third. Schlater's going to get a courtesy runner. out there at second after that is hard hit ball. Certainly not a lot you could do there.
Hey, Northwest fans, I need you to join these Mini Wolves with the cheers. Let's go, Mini Wolves.
So 2 in scoring position. You got the meat of your lineup up to bat. Laurel Richards, Maggie Allen on deck, and Meredith Thompson in the hole with just 1 out to work. Took till the 6th for the bats, I'd say the 5th, for really the bats to come to life for both teams as they felt out both pitchers. Runners at second and third for Richards. The walk, that nub pops up. First base, underneath it, camps out nicely, and there's out number 2 in this inning.
That brings up number 2,
Abby
Maggie
Johnson
Allen.
will reel it in. So Maggie Allen now, 2 down, has a chance to do the first damage of the day. And now some thought of, do we load up the bases here? Then you bring up the cleanup hitter in Meredith Thompson, who grounded out to short back in the first, flew out to left in the 4th. Allen, of course, had the hard hit line drive back in the first inning for the single. And then back in the 4th, she flew out to center. Again, the 4th inning was a bit of a strange one. But no less. Here we are. Fans having some fun. They're going to put her on. They're going to let Maggie Allen walk. So count that as a base on balls, technically. She'll go to first. They'll bring up the cleanup hitter in Meredith Thompson.
Up number 17, Meredith Thompson.
Thompson 0 for 2 tonight. Looking for her first hit on the night to inflict some pain. Two down. Bases loaded. Spot every batter kind of dreams of here in the bottom of the 6th. Holwager's been sharp. Can she work herself out of a jam? Sophia Schlater did it half inning ago. Here's Thompson. The delivery. She'll lay off that ball high in the zone. Nowhere to put her. Holwager's got to be careful. The 1-0. That stays in to the backstop. Runner coming in. Slides in safely. The tag doesn't get down in time. The perfect slide by Sanger. I'm sorry, Holman on that slide puts the first run on the board. Making it 1-0 Wolves.
Score 1.
The 0-2 count, or 2-0 count, as that ball found the dirt to the backstop. I'll make the argument Curtin got there but didn't get the tag down in time as Holman had a perfect slide in. That ball's up and in. 3-0 count. And a chance for the Wolves to reload the bases with Leela Appledorn waiting in the wing on deck. Holwager takes in her signal, checks it, and she'll set and deliver here in just a moment. The 3-0 comes down the heart. Makes it a 3-1 count. Hitters count here from Meredith Thompson. She waits patiently with 2 in threatening scoring position here. That'll drift outside. Ball 4.
The walk brings up number 14.
Loads
Leela
up the bases
Appledorn.
one more time. Leela Appledorn. had a hit just an inning ago. She had the leadoff hit back in the 5th. Granted, it was an error. That was the one that took out Mataski.
And the run for the Wolves is number 15, Isla Hansen.
She must be dinged up a bit because she's a key part of the defensive side of this ball club for Dowling Catholic. So now it's Leela Appledorn. Bases juice. 2 outs. Only a 1-0 game. 4, 5, 6 batters due up for Dowling. That pitch catches the zone. Strike 1. Designated player here in Appledorn. She's in the lineup for a reason, hitting well this season. 0 for 1 tonight, though. That's going to stay up in the zone for ball 1. 1-1 count. 2 down. It's been a great game here from Waukee Northwest. She'll take strike 2. The changeup painting the corner. And Holwager trying to get out of the jam with minimal damage done and get her team back on offense. 2 outs, 1-2 count. Holwager paints the corner, strike 3 looking. That'll end the inning, but the Wolves strike first, and it's a big one, 1-0. Heading to the top of the 7th. Northwest going to try and close it out as Sophia Schlater will take the circle one more inning here in inning number 7. Next on CISN.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
We're back here at Northwest. The Wolves trying to close out this 1-0 contest here in the top of the 7th.
Leading off for the Maroons.
Ellie Olson
is number 10, Ellie Olson.
The cleanup hitter. Struck out twice tonight. Looking to try and lead off with and get aboard. Leadoff batters the last 2 innings for Dowling Catholic have found their way to the first base, or second, I should say. Leadoff doubles in back-to-back innings. Both times those runners got to third, but could not get them across home plate. So here we are. Big swing and a miss from Olson. It's a 1-1 count here. Kaylee Winter on deck. 1 for 2 tonight. Had a double just 2 innings ago. Back in the 5th. Foul tip. Strike 2. Schlater ahead in the count. That's a dangerous place for any batter to be. She's been sharp tonight. 11 strikeouts this evening. 2 hits, no earned. Schlater's been just as sharp. And 1 blemish. Trying to catch the corner, doesn't. 2-2 count. Two on the way, no outs here to Ellie Olson. Olson will foul it back and keep her at bat alive. Good battle by Olson. So that thing was lifted quickly up and over the netting right in front of us. Sun setting. Got some blinds, don't really see the actual sun much over here. As the 2-2 once again. That's grounded. Soft chopper. Schlater fields, throws in time for out number 1.
Schlater to Richards for out
the
number
1-3 put out.
That brings up
Kaylee Winter. Winter having to make the move from second over to shortstop as Mataski subbed out. That'll paint the corner for Schlater. Still bringing some pace behind it here in inning number 7. Again, this one's been moved along quickly. Hour and 23 minutes in so far. Schlater sets, delivers the 0-1. Trying to paint the corner just a hair outside of the last one. Brings us to a 1-1 count. That one will be in the dirt, 2-1. That's fouled. Out of play. That'll find its way over to the practice baseball field, just to our right. And a 2-2 count with one away. Has Schlater working ahead one more time. Trying to keep her at-bat alive here is Kaylee Winter. Winter 1 for 2. Watches that fly high. And full count now. Winter, the double back in the 5th. Found her way to third. On the fielder's choice bunt by Molly Young. So now here's the full count, the payoff. Schlater. In on the hands, that's foul tipped, and strike 3. 12th strikeout of the night for Schlater. That'll bring up Molly Young with 2 outs. 1-0 game here for Northwest. 1 out away from closing it out. Strike 1 to Molly Young, who swing at it. Just quick miss. The 0-1. That's up in the zone for ball 1. Good eye by Young as she's showing that lefty slap prowess. She'll try and lift one through the middle of the field here. Foul tip, strike 2. Schlater maybe taking a little bit off that and confidently doing so. As we're 1-2, 2 outs. Top of the 7th. A strike or an out away. Schlater delivers. Missing the corner. That'll be ball 2. 2-2 count. Schlater gets her to swing and miss. Strikeout number 13 on the evening.
Strikeouts into the game.
For Sophia Schlater. Schlater, a big night as the Wolves take this one 1-0 in an absolute gem of a pitching duel.
To the many Wolves to get us fueled
Sophia Schlater, 2, 3, 4,
Wolves will be back in action
13
tomorrow,
strikeouts.
3 o'clock against
no earned.
Valley.
Gave up just 2 hits.
Possible,
on the other side, though, Gabby Holwager gives up 3 hits, just 1 earned against a very good hitting Waukee Northwest squad. Unfortunately, that 1 earned was all that Northwest needed. And it's just 2 strikeouts tonight for Holwager. Still, defense did their part. Comes up a hair short. Fun game tonight here on CISN. Once again, the Waukee Northwest Wolves coming away with the win against Dowling Catholic. 1-0 your final. Thanks so much for joining us here on CISN. I'm John Schaefer for our great crew